Hello again, everyone. Well, here's the mahogany wood base for the Reliant model, and I've got it all stained and the holes cut out for the display plaques and the control switch panel, so I'm just waiting for those to get here, and I'll be putting those on. And I've got my LED tape on its way from Model Man Tom. Should have that in a couple of days, so pretty soon it'll be all wrapped up. And I'll come back in a few hours here and put a couple coats of clear over top of this. And I'll be back here in just a second and I'll show you what the Reliant looks like all finished up. Here she is again, boys and girls, the Reliant. This time it's all finished up with all the decals, all the painting. Every detail is done on it. I've got it sitting on this brass rod, and I was just checking out the wiring one more time, and everything seems to be working fine. I had it running overnight, and I put this little collet on here in between these two sections of brass rod, so that'll allow me, once it's on the stand, I'll be able to swivel it. It's just sitting on there really loose right now. The nuts on the bottom aren't even tight, so that flopping will go away. And you can see we've got the lighting. The microcrystal clear is all on all the windows and everything now, so that's all sealed up. And I just wanted to say thanks again, Model Man Tom. You're a great guy. That suggestion for the warm white LEDs and the fast shipping and the great products. Nice to have people out there like that selling this stuff, making this hobby really enjoyable, and really appreciate it. Again, all the light leaks that I had on this are all sealed up now. I went back and corrected everything. I did some more little bit of paint detail there at the back on the tail fin, and the phaser cannons are detailed. And down here on the bottom I did a few more details on some of the panel work and stuff like that. So very happy. Microcrystal clear microsol is a product that you use to set decals down on there and it's supposed to look like paint. Well, I was going to use that on this one, but since the entire model is covered in decals, I was kind of afraid of that. I've heard some horror stories about that stuff melting decals, and so what I did is I just used Tester's decal bonding agent, sprayed it over the top of them after they're all sealed up. And it took quite a while for it to dry, but as you can see here now, it's settled down, and there's only maybe a couple tiny little spots, barely noticeable, where there might have been a little piece of dust or something underneath of the decal that left a tiny little air bubble. But other than that, they look like they're painted on. And so I'm really, really pleased with how that all laid down on there and didn't melt the decals, thank goodness, because man, that would have been just a disaster. But could have been a lot of disasters on this model with all the wiring and everything, so yeah, really got lucky on that, so very happy with that. And let me pop the light off here one more time, and you can see I've got all these light leaks taken care of. We had some up around the photon launcher. Those are all gone now, and some down by the Bussard collectors and around the sensor array. A few places like that. Just what I did there is I went back with some of that canopy glue, and I just touched it in there, and then once it dried I came in with a little brush and just touched up the little spot with whatever color it was, and it just goes away. The nice stuff about that is you can get in there and touch up with that, and it basically, I added the little thruster ports there, lit those up, so hopefully you can see those. Yeah, that makes that very easy to do, and you can wipe it off if you get any excess on there. Like I said, it doesn't smudge or anything. Just look how nice and even these lights are. That really, I'm so happy with that. That was one of the biggest things that I was worried about on a model with this many windows in it, that I was going to get all that twinkling going on, and that really solved the problem with the LED tape, that warm white, and then putting that crystal clear. Injecting it into the windows like I did really worked. That's something that you guys will be able to use on your builds. And like I said, you can do it at the very end. Here you can see that detail on the shuttle bays from Paragraphics. That really kicks this kit into high gear. I was looking at this compared to my old Reliant the other day, and they just look completely different with that modification in there. Just so much better. Nothing wrong with that old kit. That's still a nice kit. If you have one of those, don't feel bad about building that at all. The only real difference between them is that the saucer is a little thicker. And they said they did some changes to the bridge, but I didn't see it. I looked at the old one, and the bridge looks exactly the same to me. So, yeah, and here's the detail at the top, the officer's lounge window, and that docking port there. You can see that clearly. I lit that up a little bit. But yeah, pretty good. The registry numbers are lighting up really nice. So yep. Okay, I'm going to do one of my favorite things here. We're going to do a flyby on the Reliant. Here we go, everybody. The Reliant coming at you. Happy modeling, everybody.